Another day, another Pokemon Winds and Waves news, leaks, and information video. So we got a lot today, guys. I've been gathering a bunch of stuff up for the last couple of weeks, and we just got a lot of different things to talk about. So as always, I want to know your thoughts and your theories after watching this video about all of this information, because my goodness, man, Winds and Waves, the wait for this next trailer is really destroying me. The anticipation is through the roof. But right before we do hop into it, please subscribe to the channel. I wish my goal of 45,000 subscribers. And if you could turn on the post notifications as well. Let's see if we get today's sub goal of 10 subs. All right, let's hop right into it, guys. First of all, I have to bring up this from IGN. IGN said that the Winds and Waves starters are going to make their way to Pokemon Go, which is false. This is already debunked. I don't know where the heck IGN got this information from. This is not happening. But could you imagine, bro, could you imagine if this actually does happen now? I mean, it's going to happen eventually. Like, without a doubt, this will happen after the game releases, or maybe even pretty close to the game's release. But yeah, that is not happening now. Pokemon Go is, of course, going to get the entire Gen 10 Pokedex over time. Eventually, it will have all of the new Mons. Let me know, do you guys play Pokemon Go still? Specifically, we have the Pokemon group saying that there is no evidence of them in the code. In the Terra leak, we do have a leaked video of the underwater system, and it definitely looks a lot better. Like, you could just tell from the official trailer that the water looks so much better, and even underwater, it looks amazing. Like, we are legitimately going to be going underwater, which is, you know, ironic because the Pokopia DLC, that's basically exactly what that is as well, but it's going to be awesome. So basically, it's going to be divided into 3 zones. We're going to have the ocean, the deep sea, and then the deep abyss. So the video that was leaked from the Terra leak, which is 100% real, says that the video takes place in the ocean, but the Pokemon will appear in the areas. And the video is just very similar from what the trailer showed off. Basically just Pokemon swimming around. That's exactly essentially what it is, just in a different area, and it is a different Pokemon. It's actually Dondozo, and he looks awesome. Let me tell you what, in the video, he looks insane. Because of course, in the official video that we do have, we have Wailmer, and there is a Wailord as well. It has also been stated that the underwater areas will work similarly to how Pokemon Legends ZA has all of these separate areas. The ocean areas, which are apparently 3 different zones, should essentially respawn and despawn Pokemon as you go in and out of them, which is gonna hopefully make shiny hunting a little bit easier in this game. Now, a lot of people don't like that because a lot of people say it's too easy to catch shinies, but for some people, you know, they don't want to go on this crazy shiny hunt, because I'm sure there's gonna be other ways to catch shiny Pokemon within this game. But it is interesting that says the deep sea and then the deep abyss, because originally most of us were thinking that, you know, of course we're gonna have, you know, a little bit of the ocean where we could kind of go underwater a little bit, and there was a huge kind of deep abyss / deep sea area within the Terra leak itself. But it seems like the deep sea and the deep abyss are actually going to be, so I'm assuming the deep sea basically does still mean, you know, deep sea where we could go underwater in a very deep area, probably an underwater city. I swear that's gonna happen. There's got to be some sort of underwater ruins or like some reasoning to be able to go underwater that makes sense within the storyline, as well as the deep abyss should be some sort of like cave system. Now, this cave system, I swear it was referred to as like the neon abyss or something. I'm really hoping that within this deep abyss or neon abyss, whatever, some of the Pokemon are going to be glowing and just looking so good. It makes you wonder, like, is there going to be some sort of like underwater base for these enemy teams or enemy team in the game? Because we do know we have the Majin Research Labs, which are the labs basically for the battle evolution gimmick, and they're going to be all around, so I'm assuming there's probably going to be one underwater. I just really hope that there are reasons to be going underwater, if that makes sense. Now I wanted to bring up something about the battle evolution gimmick and the 3rd legendary Pokemon, because of course, you know, 3rd legendary Pokemon, very popular thing. The symbol seen on the protagonist's hat in the bag may hint at a deeper connection linking heat with winds and waves as part of a single climate system. A 3rd legendary could embody the thermal energy, the world's primary source of heat that drives atmospheric circulation and ocean movement. In this interpretation, winds and waves would not represent separate forces, but interconnected manifestations of the same natural cycle. If true, Pokemon Winds and Waves may feature a legendary trio built around the fundamental forces that shape the planet's climate: heat, wind, water, and motion, which I actually never even noticed this from the trailer that the symbols are different. So you can see right here on the hat, which looks like waves with a sun for heat, and then the bag looks like winds with the sun as well in the middle for heat. I can't believe I never picked that up. We also know we have the seed Pokemon. I'm assuming some like thermal energy or something with the sun is gonna maybe affect that Pokemon. At least it would just make sense if it is referred to as the seed Pokemon. I think it's possible we could kind of figure out more about this new battle evolution gimmick in the next trailer for Winds and Waves. I'm still really hoping for a trailer sooner than later, specifically this summer. That information still is up in the air. I also saw that Soul Silver Art made a really interesting post about the diving mechanism in this game. So he was talking about how essentially, like, if we're going to be able to go underwater in the ocean, does that mean we could go dive underneath in a swamp? I think this would be so cool, because imagine the other side of underwater life you could actually see, like literally more of the Pokemon such as Mudkip or Timepole or whatever Pokemon you may see in a swamp. That would be insanely cool to me, but I just don't think they're gonna do this. But never say never. I have not played this game yet. So a couple of days ago, I also covered a big leak about the story in the prequel anime, and apparently Billy is saying that this is a very early script from 2022 and that the story is extremely different now. But now I want to say this, Billy is a very interesting account. They post a lot of random stuff, but also a lot of stuff that low-key has become true over the last couple of months. So I'm not sure what to take this as, but I don't disagree, because if this information is from the Terra Leak, everything is subject to change. And guys, honestly, a lot that we do know about Winds and Waves probably will be different. I think a lot of it will be the same, because literally a lot of it was the same from the first trailer that we saw, and it was exactly from what we got in the Terra Leak. So the leaks are real from the Terra Leak. It's just the fact of, what are they going to change? What are they going to keep the exact same? You know, what could they add to the game? What could they replace to make something a little better? And then Light88 also posted that same leak, but he added a couple more details that I don't think were in the other leak that I covered, basically saying that the series is going to focus on the origins of the game's main cast, following the professor, the champion, and then the mysterious third girl, and then character details saying the professor is about 14, while the champion is 20, which we knew in the last leak, and then the anime takes place about 30 years before the game's story, apparently, which is really interesting. Like, how are they going to make that make sense? You know what I mean? But that's kind of a cool idea. And then the twist is that at the end of the series, the professor is allegedly sent back in time, but because of this, by the time the players meet him in Pokemon Winds and Waves, he's actually chronologically older than the champion, despite being much younger in the prequel. So man, they gotta really lock in to make this make sense, because that can get confusing real quick. But it sounds like a compelling storyline to me. And of course, we do know from other leaks that Pokopia, Winds and Waves, and the anime are going to be all interconnected in one way or another. So I'm just really excited to see how they make everything make sense. I do think the Pokemon Company and Game Freak are a little too obsessed with time travel and stuff with Pokemon games, but honestly, low-key I am too, so I'm kind of here for it. But let me know what you guys think about this. And more about that third legendary. So basically Soul saying that there is no way that there's not some sort of volcano in the game, because it would just make sense based on where it is. Parts of Indonesian culture literally have been shaped by volcanoes, like the infamous Krakatoa, basically saying that some sort of third legendary Pokemon that's kind of based with the heat / the volcano would make a lot of sense with this game. I cannot wait to see what the legendary Pokemon look like. I really hope that these are some of my favorite, at least my favorite for the last couple of Pokemon games. Guys, let me know, what is your favorite legendary Pokemon, or just a couple? Or if you prefer a mythical, let me know your favorite mythical, because this game should hopefully have a pretty neat mythical Pokemon, which I don't think we've had any leaks about actually. Let me know all of your thoughts and your theories. Once again, that's just one of those dump videos. Let me know if you guys like these videos where I'm just quite literally talking about a bunch of random different topics. I'm pretty sure you guys like them, but I like to ask you guys this question just so I can figure out how to kind of format my videos, if that makes sense. Anyway, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Have an absolutely fantastic day, guys. If you are watching this far in the video, comment down below cereal or your favorite type of cereal. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Someone